Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another episode of our WWE 2K16 Universe Mode. This is our next episode of Smackdown, fresh out the Global Cruiserweight Championship tournament last week. I'm not going to give away too much of what happened in that show because it really was a good one, so you're better off going back and checking it out yourself. Of course, there will be a link in the description to the Smackdown playlist, so you can definitely go back and check that one out. But because of that, we have had quite a few new guys join our Smackdown roster. And it's going to really be for the better, really. It really is. So yeah, we're still building towards our next pay-per-view, which is going to be the end of next month. So to build up from that, we do have a couple of #1 contendership matches here this evening. One of them is for the Intercontinental Championship we discussed last week. It's going to be a 6-man Battle Royal, and the other one is going to be a main event Fatal 4-Way for the #1 Contendership to the Smackdown Championship. But without further ado, let's have a look at the card. We're going to be starting things off with two of the guys making their debuts here on SmackDown as Will Ospreay takes on Johnny Gargano. Of course, Ospreay part of the Global Cruiserweight Championship. Gargano was drafted across by a brand swap with Thunder. Bit of a tricky one. Was it Thunder got... there we go. Thunder got the Wyatt family from SmackDown. It's a big loss for SmackDown. But in return, SmackDown got Savio Vega, Brian Pillman, Eddie Guerrero, Johnny Gargano and Drago. That's really going to bolster up their roster and, of course, the Cruiserweight division as well. So match number 2, we're going to have the Tag Team Champions, the Club, taking on the Dudley Boys. Match number 3 is another tag match as the Usos take on American Alpha. Match number 4 is going to say Paige take on Lita. Match number 5 is going to be Savio Vega making his debut on SmackDown, but he does take on the SmackDown Champion, The Rock. Match number 6, this is going to be our Intercontinental Championship #1 Contendership match. As we see Mr. Perfect, Austin Aries, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Tyson Kidd, of course, also drafted across from Nitro. He was swapped with The Miz and Tyler Breeze. And then our main event, as discussed last week, I've actually recorded this video before putting SmackDown out, so I do apologise, because I did say to you guys last week to make the decision between Cody Rhodes and Kurt Angle, because Cody Rhodes defeated Kurt Angle last week. But I've had to make an executive decision, and I think that Cody Rhodes deserves the opportunity, so that's what we're going to do. So tonight we're going to just the 3 matches because it's about 2 hours past my bedtime already. So we're going to skip the tag team match here, which is Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows pick up the victory of the Dudley Boys. No surprise there. Another tag match, the Usos versus American Alpha. A good win for American Alpha. They're starting to pick up the victories now. And they're going to become quite strong and potentially #1 contenders themselves. Lita versus Paige. Oh, Paige defeats the SmackDown Women's Champion Lita. Now we did say that... sorry, that's completely the wrong way around. Lita defeats the SmackDown Women's Champion Paige. Now we have discussed about having Lita as #1 contender anyway, but then I've also been thinking about potentially having a women's ladder match, a women's Fatal 4-Way ladder match for the SmackDown Championship, maybe in the next few weeks. That could be interesting. Rock versus Savio Vega, that's got Skip all over it. And a win for The Rock, of course, the SmackDown Champions. That leaves us with 3 matches left. Starting things off with Ospreay versus Gargano. Then watching the 6-man Battle Royal to become the Intercontinental Championship #1 contender. And then, of course, the Fatal 4-Way to become the #1 contender for the SmackDown Championship. So let's go. So here is that first match. Like I said, it is going to be Will Ospreay taking on Johnny Gargano. Both making their debuts here in the SmackDown arena. And here we go. In Colorado Springs, Colorado? I should really just stop trying these, shouldn't I, really? I've got a feeling that Colorado Springs is in Colorado. Is Colorado a state? Let's just completely ignore that happened. And here comes Will Ospreay making his first entrance here in SmackDown. You can see how excited he is. And he's going to be a real asset to this roster. I know from what I've been reading quite a bit recently, WWE was very, very unhappy about Ospreay joining New Japan, should I say, not TNA. I know they really wanted Ospreay to be part of the Global Cruiserweight Championship and potentially even being joined up with NXT as well. So I think once his 2-year deal with New Japan is done, which I think is only going to make him a better wrestler. 2 years in Japan makes anyone a better wrestler. Once that is done, I dare say he's going to be very much on WWE's radar. I don't know what their plan is with the Global Cruiserweights. I know I'm calling it the wrong thing. What's it now? Is it now the Cruiserweight Classic or something like the Cruiserweight Classic, something like I don't know what their idea is with it. Are they going to be signing up a lot of the guys? I hope so, because there's quite a few on there that I really would like to see. The likes of Noam Dar and Zack Sabre Jr., Cedric Alexander, Kota Ibushi. And there's quite a few guys. I know I'm missing quite a lot there as well. There's quite a few guys that I think really should be signed up onto NXT. And this guy right in front of you right now as well, Johnny Gargano. Gargano and Ciampa are still regarded as indie wrestlers. They're still not officially signed up by NXT. As much as they use them for every single set of tapings, they still haven't locked them in yet. And I don't know why. It seems to be a little bit frustrating me now. I'm hoping there is an idea to bring them in. I should imagine they'll get to a certain point where they take on loads. Because they seem to bring people in waves, don't they? They don't seem to make one-off signing. They seem to bring in like 10, 20 people at a time. So maybe they're waiting for another one of those to bring Ciampa and Gargano in as official. Because it's annoying me, really. I want to see Gargano and Ciampa in NXT as real members of NXT, not just... Well, it confused me because when they first brought them in, they were using Gargano and Ciampa to sort of try and put other people over. But as time's gone on, both guys have really been given a great opportunity to actually win matches and actually get put over themselves. So that was a very interesting one. Especially Ciampa has had quite a few big matches like that. So it'd be interesting to see exactly what they do. I should imagine as well, from what I've read, because I'm terrible for these sort of things, I did read what happened in the first round of tapings for the Cruiserweight Classic, whatever it's called now. And I did read that apparently it was Gargano versus Ciampa, and it was the last match of the night, and apparently it was the best match of the night. It was fantastic by all accounts. There was a couple of matches that were a little bit off. I think there was quite a few matches they put together that people didn't really know each other or even speak the same language. But there you go. Ospreay with a big knee to the backer. And I should imagine that there's going to be something there for Kota Ibushi. It seems like WWE, and if they want to hit the full global market, they need to try and sign up people from all over the world. And I think that's what a great part of this global Cruiserweight Classic-y, championship-y, thingy-majiggy, Tournament of Gold Rush, King of the Ring, whatever it's going to be called. I think that's a great way of doing that. Because you've got, say, for example, Noam Dar, who's Scottish, and you've got Zack Sabre Jr., who's English, but very well renowned in Japan as well. You've got Jack Gibson? Jack Gibson, he's English as well. I've forgotten his name. There's Ho Ho Lun, who I believe is Chinese. No, he's not Chinese, is he? Is he Japanese? I don't honestly know. I don't really know much about him, to tell the truth. Lindsay Dorado as well, and you've got Kota Ibushi, obviously Japanese. So it gets a great chance to sign up quite a few different nationalities and really get the chance to use them. And of course, they have signed up Tommy End as well, who's going to be part of their next set of signings in August. He is Dutch, but he works quite a lot in Germany, and he works quite a lot across the whole of Europe, really. So that's a big signing for them. They reckon they got Moose as well, haven't they? I've not really seen much of Moose. I have no idea what his wrestling style or anything is like, to tell the truth. And this match has not quite been as high-flying as I expected. It's been quite ground-based so far. But I'm sure it will go pretty high-flying pretty soon. Of course, both these guys are going to be involved in the Cruiserweight division, but they're not going to be limited to the Cruiserweight division. There's going to be a lot of movement going around. I think both these guys could be potentially going for the Intercontinental as well. Big moonsault there by Ospreay. That's the thing with the IC Championship. There's so many fantastic wrestlers on this roster now. I did want to have Zack Sabre Jr. in there, but I seem to have completely missed him out. I don't know why. I intended to put him in there, and I've completely missed him out. So that's a little bit annoying. But either way. Snap suplex there by Gargano. And Ospreay back up to his feet and catches Gargano with that uppercut. And if you're wondering why Ospreay is so pale, it's to do with whoever made this call and the face scan they used. You can just about see it every now and again. There's the face scan is sort of cuts off halfway across the forehead. So the best way I could use to blend it in was to make Will Ospreay's entire body paler. Great running razor's edge there by Johnny Gargano, now pulling Ospreay into the middle of the ring, going in for the pin. 1, 2. It's still only a 2 count. Gargano now lining Ospreay up. This is a massive win for Gargano if he pulls this one off. Of course, Gargano's been doing fantastically well in this universe mode as it is, as he locks in the Gargano escape. Wrenching back at the neck of Ospreay. Gargano breaking the hold for no apparent reason. I'm not even going to get into how much that annoys me on this game. Gargano now snaps suplex on Ospreay. Gargano trying to go up top and Ospreay caught him in the face with that right hand. Gargano dropping to the outside and Ospreay joins him out here now. Both these guys such desperate for a victory on their first appearance here on Smackdown. You can't blame them really, can you? Ospreay now just DDT in the leg of Gargano into the mat. And that's a clever move in the Cruiserweight division because we know a lot of these guys depend on their agility, their speed, their ability to fly, and by taking out legs, that's a great way of nullifying some of that danger. Gargano slides back into the ring. Ospreay back up to his feet. Slides back in as well. And catches Gargano straight with that big DDT. Ospreay going up top. Is he going to look for the inverted 450? If he does, this match could be his. It's not the best angle. No, he goes for a leg drop instead. Don't know why he didn't go for the inverted old didgeridoo. Dropping another leg drop. Bringing Gargano back up to his feet. Ospreay now getting into control of this match. Maybe he's not hit that move because he wants to make sure Gargano's in their correct position. Ospreay now just trying to choke the life out of Gargano. Wrench him back at the neck. Gargano sending Ospreay into the corner. And taking Ospreay up to the top rope is not a clever manoeuvre sometimes, because if Ospreay can reverse this, it doesn't look like he's going to. The slap on the back there by Gargano, now joining Ospreay up on the top. Super German suplex. Ospreay flat on his face. Gargano needs to follow up on it though. You can't just stand there with your hands on your hips, love. You've got to finish it off. And now Gargano going up top. Is he looking for some sort of big finale here, possibly? A big diving splash into the pin. Referee slow down, but 1, 2, and no, Ospreay kicked out. Ospreay avoiding the right hand, went for a Hurricanrana. Gargano reversed it into a powerbomb. And now a big boot to the gut of Will Ospreay. Gargano now brings Ospreay back up to his feet. Taking him up onto his shoulders once again. We saw this earlier on. The running razor's edge. And Ospreay looks down and out here. But Gargano's stuck at that stupid... Why do you take a few steps backwards and a few steps forwards? There's the pin. 1, 2, and there we go. Look, if it just 2K, sort it out, mate. Sort it out. This is just awful. He hits a big maneuver like that. He takes a few steps away from his opponent, a few steps towards his opponent, and then drags him away from the ropes. And there's about a 5-10 second gap between hitting a high impact move and actually going for the pin. Ospreay with the drop kick off the apron. I thought he was going to go for something big. Or is he still going to go for something big? No, he's not. There's not as many springboards in this game as 2K15. There was too many springboards, but this year there's not enough. There's a few dives here and there, but I think some guys, like the cruiserweights, should be encouraged to use dives more often. Especially a situation like that where your opponent's over the top rope. That could have been a perfect position for... Well, in real life, Ospreay would have knocked Gargano off the apron like he did, that he would have lined him up for a dive. Both guys back in the ring now. And this just proves... I had a couple of comments recently about running the Universe mode with fast momentum. This match is on fast momentum, and it's been going for about 12-15 minutes now. I don't think the momentum really makes a big difference at all, to tell the truth. It means that some people get their finishing maneuvers quicker, but it doesn't make a lot of difference. Straight jacket DDT by Ospreay. Now bringing Gargano back up to his feet, and Gargano catches him with a jawbreaker. Now spinning Ospreay round, looking for that dragon suplex, but Ospreay breaks free. Big elbow to the face of Gargano, who's already busted open. So Gargano might be going for it again. No, he's going to go for a Saito suplex instead. And Gargano now trying to get the crowd behind him, but Ospreay slowly getting back up to his feet. Gargano should probably pay more attention to him. But now he catches him with a couple of running forearms and a Pele kick as well. Gargano now bringing Ospreay back up to his feet, and a big super kick. Into the pin, drops Gargano. Could this be a big win? 1, 2, and 3. And a great win there for Johnny Gargano. And a real back and forth match. He's been busted open. He really deserved this victory. And it's Gargano, who picks up the first victory in his first Smackdown match. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more time for Ospreay to fight in this one. He'll have no worry at all. He's shown how fantastic he can be this evening. And I think the only way is up for both these guys. Gargano, somebody who would potentially again look for the Intercontinental Championship should he get an opportunity. But again, if you look at who's in the Intercontinental Championship #1 contendership, there's a few big names in there. We're going to see it coming up next as well. There's a few big names in there, and it's going to be difficult for anybody now to really get that opportunity. It's a shame we can't do anything bigger, like a 30-man battle royal or something like that. But I know we can do like a 10-man Royal Rumble. I've done it in the past. It just doesn't work. It's so annoying. If you're in the universe mode like this, you're in an episode of Smackdown, so the arena's all set. If you do a 10-man Royal Rumble, which is what I did, all of a sudden the arena changed to the Royal Rumble arena. Please, just 2K fix 2K17. Make sure it is the best it could possibly be. But a great win here for Gargano. Let's not take anything away from him. I got completely sidetracked there for a second. And here is the next match. It is going to be that 6-man Battle Royal to become the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. AJ Styles, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, Austin Aries, Tyson Kidd, Finn Balor, and Tyler Breeze. And here we go. So we're not going to watch the full entrances for all these guys because it's 6 people and that would just be over the top. So first off, of course, it's Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. A man that was the second from last... No, he was the last person to be knocked out of the Elimination Chamber to become the SmackDown Champion a couple of months ago. So we've dropped him down to IC, and I think this is very much his level. I've wanted to get him involved in the IC Championship for quite some time now, and tonight's his chance. And secondly, joining Mr. Hennig is going to be the Demon. Well, it's not the Demon, it's just going to be the Finn Balor. The man who I know we say it every single week, but surely Finn Balor is going to have to come up to the main roster. I'm assuming that Finn Balor might be part of the draft, just a way to give the draft that little extra bit of zing by having Finn Balor move up. I really think that Finn Balor suits Raw more than... I don't know why. I think he suits Raw more than SmackDown, though. I think the whole demon thing would be quite good on Raw. And joining Mr. Perfect and Mr. Balor is going to be somebody green by the looks of it. Is it the Hulk? There was an orange light in there now as well. Who's it going to be? It's Austin Aries, double A. So Aries, a man that has done quite a bit as well. He's had opportunities. He was also involved in that Elimination Chamber for the Smackdown Championship, but I think he was the first man eliminated, so hopefully he'll do a bit better here for the Intercontinental Championship. And the fourth entrant into the match is going to be... Who is it going to be? I've forgotten myself now. I don't even know who's in it now. It's Tyson Kidd, making his Smackdown debut as well, moving across from Nitro recently, was swapped across to Nitro for The Miz, who I don't think actually appeared once on Smackdown, so probably not going to appear much on Nitro either, but I really want to try and get Tyson over here to be part of this Cruiserweight division, and of course now he's getting an opportunity at the IC Championship as well. Entrant number 5. Just trying to make noises now until the next person comes out. This, I believe, is going to be Edge. Is it Edge? It is. It's Edge Styles. AJ Styles. Former Intercontinental Champion. Our very first Intercontinental Champion in this universe mode. Looking to try and get that belt back. But he's got 5 guys in the ring that are standing in his way right now. And the 6th and final entrant into the match is going to be Prince Pretty himself. We've not used him very much in this universe mode so far, and I'm a little bit disappointed in how he's being used in WWE at the moment. Maybe once the draft is out the way, he might get some serious storylines. I'm hoping so. And of course it is Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze, who, if you bring out of a manager, it completely doesn't work with his cell phone up there, I don't think. So now all 6 guys have entered the ring. Only one will leave. Well, one will leave the conventional way. The other 5 will leave over the top rope. But yeah, who's going to be the number 1 contender? Let's find out right now. Wasn't? No, it can't have been. Can't have been. I was about to say, wasn't Tyler Breeze's trunks blue when he came out to the? I'm going mad. It can't have been. So, you know what? I can't honestly put my money on anyone in this one, to tell the truth. I think all these guys are pretty even-ish, and I think any one of these could actually walk away from this match. The whole Battle Royal system makes it a little bit more unpredictable as well, so it really could be anybody. So it'd be interesting to see exactly who it is going to be. As 3 people looking to be eliminated at the same time here. Finn Balor trying to eliminate AJ Styles. I knew that would happen. Why does it... Come on. Why does it have to work like that? Why are my luck so bad that would happen? Because, of course, Finn Balor and AJ Styles, both part of the club stable, together alongside Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, of course. I put them both in this match because I want them both to be involved, but at the same time, there's 6 people. Why do these 2 end up fighting against each other? And when will 2K come to a realisation that by having 2 people in a stable together, they could put a little bit of AI in there, so when they are in matches like this, they work together? Because that would be much cleverer. So when we come along to, for example, a Royal Rumble, if 2 members of the Wyatt family are in the Royal Rumble and a 3rd member comes in, then those 3 would work together for quite some time until they're slowly eliminated by other people. I think it just makes it a little bit more smart to do something like that. As AJ Styles now looking to try and eliminate Finn Balor. Maybe I should just get it over and done with, eh? Why can't you just go and fight somebody else? Come on. Just stop paying attention to each other and fight somebody else, for God's sake. Because Tyler Breeze looking to be eliminated by Tyson Kidd. But Breeze fights free. And now AJ's over the top, and Finn trying to wrest him back. Went for the right hand, and AJ makes way back into the ring. It's still pretty early for an elimination, really. And of course, this is not our main match. We still have one more to come for you. And that's going to be the Fatal 4 match to determine our number 1 contender for the Smackdown Championship. That, of course, is going to be Shawn Micheals, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Batista, and Cody Rhodes. It was originally scanned? It was originally planned to be Kurt Angle in that match. But with Cody Rhodes defeating Kurt Angle last week, I decided that we just had to give the opportunity here to Cody Rhodes. He deserves it. And it's an opportunity that Cody Rhodes should have got in real life, really. When Cody Rhodes... you know what I really enjoyed? really, really enjoyed was when Rhodes Scholars were both in the Money in the Bank ladder match a few years back. And Damien Sandow turned on Cody Rhodes and stole the briefcase off of him. Well, he never stole it, did he? He won the match fair and square, really. But Cody Rhodes deemed it as dirty. And they had this whole Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow feud. I thought that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. They did it all so well. Both guys worked so well together inside the ring and in the backstage promos. I just remember one bit where Cody Rhodes threw the briefcase into the ocean, and you just have Damien Sandow stood there on the shore shouting, I can't swim. And it was really funny, and now it's such a shame to see both those guys leaving the company. I think Cody Rhodes more by his own choice, and Damien Sandow really... I don't know if Damien Sandow asked for his release or not, or whether he was pushed. I don't think he really asked for it. I don't know. I've not read that he asked for it. I've sort of read that he was released. Or was Cody Rhodes after his release? It's an interesting one, really. Because both guys could have been utilised so much better now that we're going to have the roster split. There's a lot more TV time and a lot more positions available at the top of rosters, be that Upper Mid-Card Championship or be that Main Event Championship. As Mr. Perfect is the first person eliminated. We are down to 5. Austin Aries eliminating Mr. Perfect. The man that I really wanted to get involved in this IC Championship picture. Kid now sending AJ Styles over the top rope. And finally AJ Styles and Finn Balor have stopped fighting. Finn Balor up on the top. I think he may potentially be wanted. Wow, look at that drop kick. That is vicious, that was. And Finn Balor out of nowhere just grabbing Austin Aries. Trying to hoist him over the top in that corner. But Aries fights back with that elbow to the face. Tyler Breeze went for a big super kick, and I think he missed Finn Balor. Luckily for Finn Balor, because that looks vicious. We could have a double elimination here. Finn Balor and Tyson Kidd. No, Finn Balor holds on, but Tyson Kidd is gone. We are down to our final 4. AJ Styles, Tyler Breeze, Finn Balor and Austin Aries. One of these 4 guys is going to go against Seth Rollins at our next pay-per-view. Which I don't know what that is, actually. Is it SummerSlam? No, it's not SummerSlam. We've got Money in the Bank this week, this month. I think it could be Battleground, you know. We've already done Battleground, haven't we? Is Battleground the first one? I have no idea what it's going to be. No idea whatsoever. Austin Aries there, big stroke style move, taking Finn Balor down. And I tell you what, if Tyler Breeze could win this match, it would completely all of a sudden just thrust him into the limelight. We've not seen barely anything of him in this universe mode so far, which is why I wanted to use him in this match, just to give him the opportunity. Underhook, brainbuster there by AJ Styles, big dropkick to the face of Finn Balor there by Austin Aries. And you see AJ Styles, they're using some sort of Vulcan death grip. He's not actually touching Tyler Breeze at all, but still Tyler in so much pain. There's a DDT by Austin Aries. AJ sending Tyson. I keep getting Tyler and Tyson mixed up. I know they're different people, just my mind just seems to... I can't even talk at all at the moment, that's the problem. That is the problem I seem to have at the moment. And AJ Styles in danger here. Tyler Breeze has him in a dangerous position, but AJ fights back. Tyler went for some sort of big super kick there, but AJ now sending Tyler over the top rope. And AJ with a big clothesline. There goes Tyler Breeze. We're down to our final 3. It's AJ Styles. It's Austin Aries. It's Finn Balor. And what a cracking match this would be in real life. And it could happen. All 3 of these guys are now in WWE. Can you imagine if you would have told me 2 years ago or 3 years ago that AJ Styles, Austin Aries and Prince Devitt would all be members of the WWE? I would laugh in your face. I really would. Especially if you added Doc Gallows, Kyle Anderson, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kevin Steen, El Generico, Biff Busick, Rich Swann. The list just goes on. It's just incredible. Kenta Kobashi. It's just Kenta, wasn't it? Not Kenta Kobashi. It makes you absolutely, it makes you laugh, doesn't it? Really, because they never were like that, were they? They never really took on those sort of guys. They took a few rare ones on, like back in sort of the 2008 to 2009 times when they took on one Jon Moxley, obviously, and turned him into Dean Ambrose, and they took on Tyler Black and turned him into Seth Rollins, and well, Roman Reigns was just crap anyway. But yeah, they've done it a few times, but wasn't until recently they've really just gone mad over the last couple of years. Finn Balor on the verge of eliminating Austin Aries, and it's down. So now we are down to just the two members from the club, Finn Balor and AJ Styles. One of these two guys is going to go into that match against Seth Rollins in 4 weeks' time for the Intercontinental Championship. Who will it be? Will it be the former Intercontinental Champion in this universe mode, AJ Styles? Or can it be Finn Balor, who we would like to see in a feud, actually? Not seen a lot of Finn Balor recently, so it'd be nice to see him doing something. But it could be AJ Styles at this rate. AJ sending Finn Balor over the top. Finn holding on to that bottom rope, but it might not be enough. Finn's in trouble. And Finn is eliminated. It is AJ Styles who picks up the victory. So AJ Styles, yeah, that means our main event, well, not our main event, but one of our big matches coming up for our next SmackDown pay-per-view is going to be AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins, and that's what the people want to see. Just shut up and take my money. I think that's exactly what the fans are saying right now. Just shut up and take my money, because that is a match that is just got money written all over it, isn't it, really? I would love to see that, and possibly we could. Who knows? Who knows? Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, WWE Championship, a World Heavyweight Championship. So AJ Styles, #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. And here is our main event of the evening. It's going to be Batista, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Micheals and Cody Rhodes. The winner will be the #1 contender for the SmackDown Championship. And here we go. Big match this one again. We're not going to watch the full entrances. We don't need to. We know who's who, don't we? So, of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the man who I did have penciled down to go for the championship this month. Real strong competitor for that, but he's not really done too well so far in this universe mode, but this could be his month. And entrant number 2 into this match is going to be Shawn Micheals, the former SmackDown champion, if I believe. I think so, anyway. Not 100% sure. But again, another strong competitor to face off against The Rock. We're really going attitude era with this feud, aren't we, with this match here tonight? Entrant number 3 into this match is going to be the Animal Batista. It is the Animal Batista. There he is. We've not done much of him so far. I think we had a feud in very first month of this universe mode where we did Batista versus Luke Harper. We didn't really get too much into it, really. We're still really learning the ropes of what we wanted to do with this universe mode then. So we didn't see a lot of the matches. But now we're going to get an opportunity to see Batista here and potentially get himself into a championship feud. And the 4th and final entrant into the match. And the wild card, really. Cody Rhodes. Now, we said last week we'd sort of given this place already in this match to what's his name? Kurt Angle. But Kurt Angle last week had a one-on-one match with Cody Rhodes. Kurt Angle trying to show American Alpha exactly what he wanted to see from him. And Kurt Angle ended up losing to Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes, we've given Kurt Angle's position to him tonight, and who knows? Cody Rhodes could end up really just kicking his entire career in this universe mode to life. It could be very, very interesting indeed. Now, I will state before this match begins, it is a fatal 4-way Falls Count Anywhere match. So, pinfalls count inside and outside the ring. So, keep that in mind. The reason I do that is because I've noticed the way that the game works is quite clever, actually. They split off into two separate bouts. You'll see here, Cody Rhodes and Batista drop to the outside to wrestle, while Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin stay on the inside. See, I thought that was very clever when the game first started, but then again, I also got very annoyed straight away because I realised that means that only the two people in the ring could win the match. So by making it the way it is right now, it means that Batista and Cody could still win the match on the outside. It's a bit more difficult because the referee is very much out of position, but I still think it's very doable. And it just adds that extra part of the match just in case. Just that little bit more. I can't even think of the words now. It's far past my bedtime and I've just completely lost the ability to talk. It adds that little bit more chance that something else could happen. Oh, I don't know. Let's just give up on that sentence. That sentence is just too much for me. Just too much. Batista, a big boot to the side of the head of Cody Rhodes. Now, you'll see all four guys are in the ring now, and you'll see that two will go back outside sooner or later. Not sure who it would be. It could end up being Micheals and Austin. Or it could be Batista now sending Cody Rhodes straight back. There we go. Batista sending Cody Rhodes. Oh, maybe not. Back elbow. The only thing that does sometimes get a little bit annoying with this is sometimes, because it's Falls Count Anywhere, all four guys will go outside the ring. And they'll end up clumping together, and that's when it gets a little bit more confusing. Batista now bringing Cody Rhodes back up to his feet, and Batista so far dominating Cody Rhodes on the outside. And that's probably a clever idea for Batista. He's gone for what he suspects to be the weakest man in the match, and no offence to Cody Rhodes, he probably is. When you've got Shawn Michaels, you've got Stone Cold Steve Austin, you've got Batista. I think Cody Rhodes would probably be the lowest rated out of them lot. Shawn Michaels just mounting Stone Cold Steve Austin in the ring now. Shawn Michaels with a gut buster as well. There's Batista with the pin on the outside. You see the referee's very, very slow to get out, but it means that Batista can go for the pin at least, and it was a 2 count. It could have ended up being a 3 count there, actually. He looked very, very close. As Rhodes just sending Batista off the ring post. I keep getting distracted because I'm trying to watch both matches at the same time, and I think you end up missing important parts. As now it looks like Austin and Michaels. See, Austin and Michaels dropped to the outside just at the same time as it looks like Batista and Cody could enter the ring. Batista now rolling Cody over, going in for the pin. Of course, Falls Count Anywhere means no rope breaks. But Cody breaks out after a 1 count. Batista, all 4 guys in the ring now. Batista straight away sending Cody Rhodes to the outside. If Batista was smart, he'd probably stay in the ring though. As Shawn Michaels tuning up the band. Oh, went for the Sweet Chin Music, but Austin avoided it. I thought Austin might have gone for the stunner straight out of that, you know. That would have worked perfectly, wouldn't it? Avoided the Sweet Chin Music and just stunned him straight out of it. Because of course, if you do reverse the finisher maneuver, you steal the finisher maneuver, so it could have been a great chance for them to avoid the Sweet Chin Music and hit it straight away. And there's a pin here from Michaels, middle of the ring. That's not enough to keep Austin down, but Michaels is looking in a very strong position here right now. And Cody Rhodes almost picking up the 3 count as well. And Michaels having none of that. Well, Michaels tried to catch Cody Rhodes there, but I think he actually caught the referee instead. Michaels back in the ring now. There's a backdrop. Cody Rhodes, Alabama slam on Batista. Cody again in with a pin. Great elbow drop by Shawn Michaels in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, Shawn's on the outside. And oh, God, I thought Cody had done it. I thought Cody had done it there for a second. Michaels back in the ring as well. And Cody doing really well over Batista. Michaels now taking Austin up. The move that broke Austin's neck all them years ago, done by Owen Hart. That was the pile driver. And now once again, it looks to be Shawn Michaels tuning up the band. But he hadn't seen Batista got the pin, but Cody Rhodes did kick out after a 2. Shawn Michaels, though, really struggling. He's just hit the sweet chin music. He needs to roll into the pin. He needs to pin as soon as he can. That's taken so long. Cody Rhodes in the ring now, though, and is able to break it up. It frustrates me because, like I said, it just seems to take so long to just seems to take so long to actually hit a pin after you've hit your finisher maneuver. And again, another close 2 count there by Cody Rhodes. And Cody's looking in such good form at the moment. He's really just turned it on now. Austin sending Michaels to the outside. All of a sudden, Cody and Batista in the ring alone. Now, looks like Cody Rhodes is going to... I thought he's changed his mind now. It looked like he was going to go after either Austin or Michaels. That could affect Cody, though, because he took his eyes off Batista for enough time for Batista to look to take some control. Now, Batista sending Cody over the top rope. Austin has got Michaels pinned on the outside, and Austin picks up the victory. I don't even see what happened. What even happened there? Did Austin hit a stunner out there? I don't know what happened. I was watching Batista and Cody inside the ring. Well, that's frustrating, isn't it? So we'll have to try and see if we can catch the highlight exactly what happened. This is Batista pinning Cody Rhodes earlier on, only enough for a 2 count. This was Shawn Michaels hitting the superplex on Austin. And again, this was very, very close to a 3 count. There's a big superplex. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And Austin fell pretty hard there. But again, it was only enough to keep Austin down for the 2 count. This is when Cody almost won the match. Well, won the times. He nearly won the match quite a few times. You're going to see it here now? Oh, there we go. See, Cody comes outside the ring. Then he goes back in the ring. Yeah, Austin hit the stunner on the outside. Austin hit the stunner on the outside. Dropped into the pin. Batista had taken out Cody Rhodes on the inside of the ring. And by the time Batista got across and sussed out what was happening, it was too late. It was already a 3 count, and Austin is the #1 contender for the Smackdown Championship. It's almost like I knew, isn't it, really? Because we'd already put Austin down preliminary in the feud against The Rock. So there we go. Building up to our next pay-per-view here on SmackDown. It's Rock versus Austin. It's AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. Now, if that's not a fantastic card, I don't know what is. I really don't. So that's the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then be a star and hit that like button. It does really help me out. And of course, if you are new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. I'm really desperate to try and get up to 2,500 before 2K17 comes out. And with YouTube, get rid of loads of dormant accounts. That's really affected me a bit. So, yeah, so it's a bit gutting. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's enough talking now, isn't it? I want to go to bed. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all on Sunday for Money in the Bank.